Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to episode 30 of 9, episode 3, Haruka wa Haru koi wa haru no kaze. Wow, okay. Well, I do want to mention I am doing this at a not the usual time for myself, because the other times I normally record is not available for today, so I do apologize. Anyway, last time was an interesting episode. We continued on from the misfortune of the bad curry, I should say, and it went from Haruka going to Sora to ask for advice, and then the next day, Sora went to Kakeru to ask for his opinion on the whole matter. And we find out that Kakeru and Haruka are, as saying goes, peas in a pod. They seem to enjoy each other in the similar aspect, I should say. Anyway, they had a little funny gag with the curry again, and then they just ended straight there, which was a bit unfortunate, but yeah. Next day, they went to school. Sora was being a bit funny with her Death Curry Senpai nickname, which allowed them to call each other by normal names and nicknames, which was quite nice to see. The last thing that was really interesting to see, well, a few things actually, but regarding the day at school, the day itself. Notice is back at school, still the same old, not too interested in teaching and things like that. Seems fun. And then one other surprise was we were greeted by Takemine. Takemine wanted to come to us and say to us that because we're friends with Yoichi, he wanted to let us know that he has disappeared. We're not too sure why, where, or how. He's just gone. And that's quite surprising, actually. Last little fun little interesting tidbit was Takemine asked to join us for lunch. And I like that part because it showed Takemine, as we had been shown before, where he is extremely alone, or lonely I should say. He wanted to have lunch with somebody. So yeah, I'm glad that Kakeru accepted. So yeah, I'm not too sure what else we're going to expect from here on, but yeah, let's go and see what's going to happen, shall we? We depart from the school and chat about random things until we get to the station.
そうだ、私本屋行きたいんだった。あ、同じ方向だね。一緒に行こうか。行く。いいや、はるか先輩、またね。また来週。
ああ、またな。
さようなら。
じゃあ、先輩も気をつけて。
はい。
I see Senpai's dejected expression and realize I screwed up. I'm sweating bullets internally. When Sora said she wanted to go to the bookstore, she was probably being considerate of us. I deeply regret bidding her farewell without even considering the situation at hand.
はい。
よかったら、
せっかくだし、どっか行きますか。
Her clouded expression immediately clears up into a ray of sunshine. It'd be way too uncool if I was the one who forced her to invite me out. Good thing I managed to say that to her.
軽くなんか食べます？
行きたいところがあって。
じゃあ行きましょうか。どこです？
ラウンド2。
The arcade.
ああ、見たい映画とか？
その1階のゲームコーナー。
I didn't know there was a cinema on top of it. Interesting.
いいですよ。行きましょうか。
すみません。
いえいえ。
Senpai's apology just now must be due to her habit of saying she's sorry for everything. I think to myself. But it's only when we arrive at the arcade that I understand its true meaning. Hmm?
これ一度やってみたくて。
Pretty. What is it called in Japanese again? I'm trying to think of the booth where you take photos. Can't remember the proper Japanese name for it. Before my eyes is a huge box. Yep, okay. A box she entered to take a photograph and mark it up all cutesy. I'm trying to see, okay. That's right. We people call it a pretty kura machine. Yeah, pretty kura. That's it. I was close. I knew it was pretty something. Pretty. The thing that potty going girls love. The thing that makes your eyes look bigger and stuff.
撮ったことありますか？
いや、ないっすね。
ですよね。すみません。新見さん、こういうの好きじゃないと思うんですが。もう流行でもないし、撮って自慢できるものでもないですが。
Yeah, I think pretty kura was more common. If I were to say 2000s to 2012, I don't know the exact years, but I know the 2000 era was more common. I might be mistaken though.
一度してみたくて。
I think once cell phones were more popularized and cameras were much better, I think those machines just died out. Oh wait, I'm still on. No. Maybe she feels apologetic to me because her voice is getting quieter and quieter. True, this is a high bar. I really hate this sort of thing. But can I say that out loud? Did I hate it? So I'm just gonna take a look then. Okay, never mind. I'm pretty sure Senpai is also the type of girl who thinks this is embarrassing too. It probably took a huge amount of courage to invite me. I can't say no. I can't say it's embarrassing, so I won't.
すみません。やっぱり。
いえ、撮りましょう。
いいんですか？
はい、撮りましょう。
ありがとうございます。じゃ
あ。撮りますか。
Timidly, we approach the box. Luckily, it isn't crowded today. Actually, there's not a soul around. Let's take these photos while we still can.
一応予習してきたんですが。
She taps the touch panel set on the outside.
最初にフレームを決めるみたいです。
フレーム。なるほど。
あれ、先にお金。
俺出します。
いえ、私が。
Shakily taking out her wallet, she inserts a few hundred yen coins. Once again, she touches the panel.
たくさんある。何がいいでしょう。
先輩にお任せします。
どうしよ
う。As she thinks, she stares at the panel seriously.
これどうでしょう。シンプルな感じで。
あ、いいと思います。はい。
じゃあこれあとは
We decide on a bunch of other confusing options beside the frame. A voice similar by the panel tells us, please move to the photo booth. Senpai and I both jump in surprise at the same time.
撮影ブース。
こっちみたいです。
Following after Senpai, I pass through the curtain. It's pretty roomy in here. Now that we're hidden from the eyes of other people, I feel an odd sense of relief. As if this is making me really, really restless.
もうちょい近づいた方がいいですよね、俺たち。
そうですね。
We both shuffle closer together. We're standing next to each other, stiff as rods. Put together, we're like a pair of telephone poles. This is hard to take. Interestingly enough, here in the Japanese, he just says kitsui, which is more, this is tough, or this, it's hard, or is it tough, or like, yeah, this is hard to take. I think this is what they're trying to add more to what they think is at the situation at the moment. For two people who are both complete wallflowers, this is really unbearable.
はい。
腕とか組んでみてもいいでしょうか。
あ、どうぞ。
It's both stiff expressions. I was wondering how timid self would be with that, because it's always been her queen self that has linked arms or done something like this to Kakeru. But it's interesting to see that type of expression on Haruka.
ポーズを真似してねって指示が出ていますが。
はい。
無視して撮ります。
はい。
撮影ボタンはどれでしょう。
いや、このカウントがゼロになったら。
そういう、
While we're talking, I hear a robotic voice begin counting down, and we both start to panic. While we were still not ready, the camera takes the photo.
変な顔。
俺なんか目閉じてますね。
This is horrible. The panel has the words "Get ready" on it.
これまだ撮るんですか？
全部で5枚。いよいよないですね。
今度は目開けてます俺。
私もちゃんとした顔で。
I feel like this is not going to go well again. It's alright. The sound of the shutter clicks on the panel. We can see the two of us making very serious faces. Is this an ID photo? Huh. Is this enough? We're good with this.
先輩、大丈夫ですこれ。
撮ることに意義があるので。
なるほど。
In the end, those cute poses suggested by the panel were never once put to use. For the remaining of the shots, we make the same faces and do the same pose. And then the session ends.
落書きブースに移動するみたいです。
行きますか。
はい。
Exiting the photo booth, we head to the booth on the other side.
二人別々に落書きするんですね。
1枚ずつ落書きしていくみたいっすね。
項目たくさん。細かいですね。
好きな目の大きさを選んでね。
すごく大きくなりますね。
わ、俺気持ち悪い。つぶらな瞳の俺気持ち悪い。
かわいい。
マジっすか？なんかすっげえな。雰囲気プラスってなんだ？
光の加減とかも変えられるんですね。すごい。
We're completely baffled by the multitude of options, but while I'm still feeling a little embarrassed, this is starting to get a bit of fun. Senpai seems to be full of curiosity about the whole thing, and keeps tapping various parts of the touch panel. Suddenly, Senpai's hands stop.
いろいろ落書きしたいけど、せっかくだからこのままがいいな。
全部同じポーズなんで、落書きするのとしないので分ければいいかも。
そうですね。
好きに落書きしちゃっていいですよ。
じゃあ。
I scrutinize the panel. Even if I'm uncomfortable with stuff like this, doing nothing at all would kinda make me into a party pooper. Well, Senpai seems to be having fun, so I guess it's all good. I tried drawing a picture of a cat on the white area and adding a star. Then I draw cat ears on both of our heads. Senpai and I are turning out pretty cute. I can't let Sorta find these under any circumstances. If she sees them, she'll seriously keep teasing us about this for the next 5 years.
できた。
Senpai smiles with satisfaction. Time limit is just about up, so we move to the next step.
ちゃんと2人分もらえるんですね。
結構親切っすね。
Senpai and I decide how to arrange the photos in each of the frames, and then finally finish up. Exiting the booth, we go to wait for the photos to print.
どれくらいで、出てきました。
Almost as if she were unable to wait a second longer, Senpai picks up the pictures.
どんな感じ？うお。
Peering over her shoulder, I'm shocked at the sight of my overly airbrushed face. Senpai looks pretty cute, but me, that's another person. Senpai starts looking around for something. With a gasp, she rushes over to a small table nearby. Using the scissors there, she neatly divides the pictures up.
どうぞ、新見さんの分です。
ありがとうございます。
I once again look at the photos. Couldn't I have made a better expression? Senpai was nervous as hell, and it shows in the funny look she had on her face. The edges of my lips twitch. Senpai also happily gazes at the photos for a while, and takes out her smartphone from her bag. Is she going to take a photo of the photo with her phone? At first I assume she's doing something silly like that, but I'm wrong. I'm wondering if she's going to add it to the back of her phone cover. I know some people do that. Yep. She takes her phone out of the case and peels off one of the photos from the sheet. Then she very, very carefully sticks the photo on the back of her phone. A slightly embarrassed, single whispered word. My heart noticeably skips a beat. My heart has raced multiple times in reaction to Senpai, but... I think to myself, that's how it is. This uncontrollable throbbing of my heart must mean I love her back. Interesting enough here, the Japanese is I always get Boku and Ore mixed up. My apologies if that is correct, but 俺もこの人を I as well in regards to this person. So this is not saying anything about love, but it's like saying, oh, right, I also this person. Because it's omitted like or love or anything like that. So it's an interesting way of making it so that you know the context, you know what they're talking about. So the English works really well with that.
私惹かれるかもですが、こういう友達とする当たり前のことをずっとしてみたくて夢だったんです。
I'm pretty sure back in the day, I say back in the day, but I mean in regards to when Purikura was popular, I'm pretty sure couples also used to do that quite often to do what Haruka has just done now. But again, it's been a while and I haven't heard much about it, so might be mistaken.
付き合ってくださってありがとうございました。宝物ができました。
いえいえ、俺も。
So it was Ore, okay. Taking out my smartphone and removing the cover. Oh, he's gonna do the same. I stick one photo on the back, just like Senpai did. Now, the question is, are those covers see-through or are they solid covers? Because if they're see-through, I don't know if he would want to do that since it would be embarrassing for him. And obviously Sora would see it as well. But if it was solid covered, where you won't be able to see it on the phone, then okay.
大事にします。
Well, why is this? I can't look directly at her smile, so I avert my eyes. Not noticing my unease, Senpai grins at her phone. Jeez, suddenly feeling self-conscious and having my heart race like a love-struck middle schooler. How uncool is that? I wryly smile. As I'm about to take my bag off my shoulder to put away the photos, I notice. Rather, I couldn't help but notice. It's him. What, did he find Yoichi or Takemine?
先輩。
Oh, the person that she hates or is afraid of, I think?
はい。
あっちでゆっくり見ませんか。ジュースでも飲みながら。
Yeah, probably is the person she doesn't like, or she's afraid of, I should say. Because that would definitely ruin the mood.
そうですね。
I try to nonchalantly lead Senpai away from the area.
あれ？高坂じゃん。
Oh, too late. That is unfortunate. Too late. Damn it. The person who calls out to her is the guy who used to bully Senpai. He's got one companion in tow, and both of them are wearing school uniforms. They're not from a school in this area.
川本くん。
何してんの？
Komoto completely ignores me and speaks to Senpai, who's clearly terrified. He's got an obnoxious sneer on his face.
先輩、行きましょう。
はい。
おい、なんだよ。冷たくね？
I try pulling Senpai away by the hand, but they go around us and cut off our escape. What a pain in the ass.
何？誰？小中と一緒だったんだよ。なんつうか、妹分っていうか、射程っつうか、世話してやってたんだよ。
From the way Senpai has looked down at her feet, Komoto's friend can probably tell they hadn't had a positive relationship. Her face is scrunched up like she's incredibly uncomfortable. How to deal with this? People like this, if you handle them poorly, are likely to stick to you like glue. Since they're clearly looking down on us, I guess we've got no choice but to show them what we've got.
どいてもらっていいっすか？
は？なんで？
帰りたいんで。
てかお前誰よ？俺高坂と話してんだけど。
And we were talking to her, so we were the ones talking first.
どけよ。
あ？
おい、もうよせって。何？どうしたのお前？
懐かしいやつに会ったから昔の思い出を語りたいだけだって。何？こいつとプリ取ったん
Komoto grabs the photos from Senpai's hand. Wow. What a jerk. Of course, without even thinking, I try to take the photos back. However... Senpai's shout stops my hand as I'm about to reach out. It's the first time I've ever heard Senpai raise her voice. In shock, I freeze up. Komoto's also in a daze, apparently caught off guard by her display of anger.
なんだよ。
それ大事なものなんです。返してください。
はあ？こんなもんが大事って。
Senpai is glaring squarely at Komoto as he laughs derisively. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The hand I'm holding is trembling. I could have backed her up. I could have jumped in and taken the photos back by force. But I decided to see how this plays out for just a bit more.
いつも私のものを取り上げたり隠したり。
は？お前、んなことしてたん？
ちげえって、俺は。
私、たくさん意地悪はされたけど、お世話なんてされたことないです。私は妹分でも、舎弟でもないです。友達でもないです。懐かしくもない、思い出したくもない。返してください。それが私の大事な思い出なんです。
お前、この子いじめてたんかよ。だっせ。
At least his friend's a good person, it seems. Of course, I do have to mention that people, when they do stupid things when they're young, so obviously with how he's acting now, it doesn't seem like he's changed much from when he was young. Obviously, we know Haruka has changed herself, but let's see if Komoto has changed at least a little. Pressured by Senpai and his friend, rolling his eyes at him, Komoto gets flustered. He's completely outnumbered. I think for just a second there he might retreat, but soon I realize I gave him too much credit.
くだらね。
Ooh. Komoto crushes the photos in his hand. I can't just watch from a distance anymore. Reflexively, my hand reaches out.
おい、話せよ。
お前、自分が何したか分かってんのか？
Grabbing Komoto's arm, I twist it upwards. The pictures tumble out of his hand.
たかがプリで何熱くなってんの？
たかが。
Oh, interesting. I didn't think he would use his power. On my palm, my stigma glows faintly. I start slowly smoldering Komoto's arm in my grasp. I'm unable to control my raging emotions. That's not good. Is he going berserk?
だよ。
なんか言うことねえか。
は
聞こえてんだろ。
早く謝れよ河本。お前マジダセえぞ。
すんませんでした。
声小せえよ。
すんませんした。謝っただろ。
うせろ。
Letting go of his arm, I push him aside. Komato glares at me with tears in his eyes. But as soon as I glare back, he flinches and turns tail. Senpai crouches down and stares at the crumpled pictures. With trembling hands, she picks them up. She tries desperately to flatten them out, and tries to put the bent stickers back into their place on the sheet.
先輩。先輩。
Senpai suddenly stands up and rushes off. She's chasing after Komato, who's engaged in an argument with his friend as he's leaving the arcade. Realizing Senpai's approaching, Komato turns around. That's when it happens. Senpai's hand flies up high. But instead of following through this with the swing, she lowers it.
なんだよ。
もう二度と話しかけないでください。
は？
もう二度と話しかけないで。わかったか。
はい。
デートを邪魔してすんませんした。おい、行くぞ。
Dragged away by his friend, Komato leaves in defeat. A sudden encounter with one of Senpai's greatest fears.
ゴースト。
ああ、任せとけ。
I pick up the bag that I had left lying on the floor and approach Senpai as she continues staring in the direction of Komato, left. I wonder what he's gonna do with Ghost. She's standing firm, but she has tears in her eyes. Both her hands are squeezed into fists. Senpai is trembling.
行きましょう。
Gently, I touch her back. Senpai lets out a deep sigh and wipes her tears.
はい。
I'd love to continue, but I'm running out of time. Today is troublesome for me, unfortunately. Well, it was an eventful day, so yeah. So let's see. I think most of this episode was more about them hanging out together. Yeah, it felt like a lot shorter, but it's still quite a alright length of episode. Let's see. This episode was full of a lot of interesting events, I should say. With Haruka being a bit more proactive and trying to do something with Kakeru. Kakeru also noticing his mistakes in terms of not reading the atmosphere. Let's see. Then we went to the arcade, do what she wanted to do, which was take photos together, which was interesting. A little bit stiff expressions and motions, but they were able to take their photo. And I treasure it, honestly, you can see. It seemed to be quite an enjoyable little experience. Even with that little interruption from Komato, it's still a worthwhile experience. It was unfortunate with the pictures, but we can see Haruka has grown. We can also see with this episode where that Kakeru has also started to notice how he truly feels about Haruka, and with him defending the photos, also showed it quite strongly. It was so much so that I actually almost thought he was going berserk, starting to lose himself slightly. And then with the thing with Ghost as well. The only thing I can think of is he's sending Ghost to take care of those two, or mainly Komoto, I should say. Which I think is quite surprising, honestly, but don't know. We'll have to wait and see what has happened with them. And now they've gone to the park. And I wonder if that's going to be a bit more of a one-on-one with them talking amongst each other. It could go on for quite some time, so that's why I thought of just leaving it here for today. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I do apologize again one more time if I sounded a bit either tired or not there, I guess you could say. Just one of those days, unfortunately. Anyway, I didn't want to leave out today, so that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts, and I'll see you all next time.